to, where'd you go, Mike? There you are. It's the Bill Tap video podcast. This is going to be a quick show today. What are we doing? It's Crown Jewel coming up tomorrow morning.
Crown Jewel is tomorrow, and it's gonna look crazy. Like, it's a Friday pay-per-view.
Friday pay-per-view is weird. And the funniest part about this pay-per-view was tickets didn't even go on sale till earlier this week in Saudi Arabia. So apparently they sold it out, I guess. What's that?
We all know WWE in Saudi Arabia, but okay.
There you
we
go.
are here to just our predictions and our opinions and what we think is going to go down in Crown Jewel, what we like to think about, what we don't like to think about, what might annoy us, what might interest us. We're going to cover all that in this episode.
Things to note about Crown Jewel. Like I said, tomorrow morning from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Kickoff show starts at 11 a.m. Eastern on the WWE Network. The main show at noon Eastern on the WWE Network. That is tomorrow. We are recording this here on Thursday evening. Mike, you're in New York. I'm in Oklahoma. The weather is beautiful here. It's like 65 degrees. I know you got nice weather there too.
No, we don't.
You don't?
No, we don't.
I saw
it's all cloudy and overcast.
Degrees
It
and
looks like it's
beautiful.
about to rain.
I saw 70 degrees and beautiful.
Yeah, no.
So. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Good enough. Quick notes. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Hulk Hogan. He will be in Saudi Arabia.
Oh my God. We're going to be here in the Silver Dome, brother.
He made the announcement earlier in the week that he's going to be here or there, but nobody really knew what. I read earlier today. I can't remember where. I want to credit my source online.
I read that from Bleacher Report. I got a notification from Bleacher Report saying that Hogan was officially advertised for Crown Jewel. But what is he going to do? Is it actually, you know what? Rhetorical question. He's probably just going to cut a bomb-ass promo, brother.
That's pretty much it. From what I've read, he's going to be the host. So he's going to cut a promo, maybe two promos. He's apparently going to be the host of Crown Jewel, but he did say earlier in the week he's also looking forward to being at WrestleMania 35 in New Jersey. So there you go.
We all know how that's going to go down. Let's get down to the matches. Let's get down to the main card. We got the New Day versus the Bar, part 47 million.
Give or take, yeah. But it's funny you say that, and it's true. But they always put on such good matches. It's such great talent there.
Yeah,
my only problem with the existence of the Big Show.
I will definitely not rule out seeing the New Day versus the Bar, but like, come on, there are other tag teams there.
I'm happy to rule out seeing the Big Show involved.
Wait, no, they're on SmackDown. Oh yeah, they got the Big Show involved. What's gonna happen with that?
I don't know. I think though that's the wild card right there. I'm predicting Sheamus and Cesaro to come away with the victory. They just got the titles back. They got this added thing now, having the Big Show there. I think they can hang on to it.
Well, unless if Big Show decides to do one of his notorious face turns for the 50th time.
Yes, that could be as well. You know that.
But I'm honestly rooting for the New Day because I love the New Day. I love how funny they are. Their comments, every time they have their commentary table on, it's hilarious every time. But honestly, I think the Bar is going to win, but I still deep down, I want the New Day to win.
All right. The World Cup tournament. World Cup full of Americans.
We got Angle versus Ziggler. I'm going with Angle because, it's the legend coming back. We all know Angle's going to win.
I think Angle has to have some kind of positive showing on this. Is he going to win? I don't think so. But I think he's got to have some kind of positive showing just to give him a little boost. But I agree. I think Kurt Angle will win his match against Dolph Ziggler.
Yes, very much so indeed. Yes! We also got...
match has Seth Rollins facing Lashley. Lashley. Now, here's my thing. If you're going with the basic babyface versus heel format and theology of that, you would think Bobby Lashley's coming away with the victory on this. And I think that kind of makes sense in what's going on between Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose right now. I'm thinking some kind of Dean Ambrose interference. He's not on the card otherwise. So Dean Ambrose interferes, and costs Seth Rollins the match.
I honestly hope that doesn't happen, but it probably will. But I'm going for Seth Rollins because I want to see Seth Rollins versus Mysterio.
Should Mysterio make it to the finals? So for Seth, and this is going under the assumption that Raw winners face Raw winners in round 2, SmackDown winners face SmackDown winners in round 2. I assume they're doing it that way. I honestly don't know. I haven't seen a bracket. They may have shown it, but that's the way I'm predicting it right now by going that route. So that's the Raw end. Go ahead.
I was basically gonna say that. But who else we got? We got Orton versus Mysterio. Like I said, I want Mysterio to win, but now that I'm saying it out loud, I think Orton's gonna win.
I think Orton's going to win too. I think they're pushing him pretty hard, and to just have him eliminated in the first round. Yes, Mysterio, his big return, but I don't think he needs this. I think it's a better fit for Orton to move forward in this.
Definitely, and but it would be nice to see Mysterio win the whole thing. As much as it probably won't happen, but. It would be cool to see, just like with Angle.
It would be nice to see that we're wrong. We are far from professionals at this. We don't, we're just fans who love it and think we can predict what may happen. So the other match on the SmackDown round 1 is Jeff Hardy taking on The Miz. I think it's an easy setup personally for another Jeff Hardy Randy Orton match.
I honestly think The Miz is going to win. Somehow, some way. I don't know how. I don't know why. It's just like he's one of those top heels in the company. And with Matt Hardy already seeing his way out of WWE, I don't see Jeff far behind him. So I think The Miz is going to come out with the win.
I hope you're right. I'm going to stick to my guns and think Randy Orton's going to win. But I hope you're right. I'm sorry. I said Randy Orton. I meant The Miz. I think The Miz is going to I would like to see The Miz win. I'm a big Miz fan. Anybody who knows me knows I've always liked The Miz. And I've watched his progression, and I really think he's coming to his own. I'd love to see him win. Again, I'm going with the babyface versus heel format, and that's the only reason that I'm picking Jeff Hardy.
Fair enough. What else do we got? We got
Brock Lesnar. Then we go round 2. Hang on, no, we gotta move on now. Round 2.
All right.
Yeah. So
right. Who do we got?
Based on my predictions, that would leave round 2 would be Bobby Lashley versus Kurt Angle.
Ooh,
that's a tough one, but
that's a little. If it does go your way, I think Bobby Lashley is going to win because he's got Leo. Kurt's probably going to get distracted, and Bobby Lashley is probably going to pull one of those heel roll-up pins and steal the victory. So I think I'm going to go with Lashley on this one.
I'm with you on Lashley. I think that he's too strong, too powerful, being pushed too hard to lose to a Kurt Angle, who, again, is like Mysterio, a great story of a return of a legend that we know and love. But I think round 2 is as far as Kurt Angle makes it.
Yeah, if anything.
By the way, I didn't even mention this. Why is Bobby Lashley in the tournament? Where is John Cena? Let's remember now, John Cena pulled out. He said, I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. So on camera on Monday night, acting Raw general manager Baron Corbin put Lashley in John Cena's place, said John Cena didn't even qualify. So he's out. Lashley's in.
That is basically Corbin's version of saying John Cena doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia because of all the tension between Saudi Arabia and the WWE, or everything that's happening in Saudi Arabia. Which, by the way, I watched last week with John Oliver Tonight. Bro, that man's funny. And he was ripping on Saudi Arabia and WWE. I just thought it was so funny. But yeah, that's basically WWE's clean TV watchable way of saying John Cena doesn't want to go to Saudi Arabia because of all the tensions.
Yeah, the tension's more between the United States and Saudi Arabia more than WWE and Saudi Arabia. I mean, WWE is making a lot of money on this. They weren't moving it if they didn't have to. Continuing with if you go in my bracket, we have Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton would be round 2.
That would be a good match.
I'd like to see Randy Orton win that match, but again, going back to if it's just my way of thinking, the format, babyface, heel, Jeff Hardy wins, setting up a Bobby Lashley Jeff Hardy final.
Honestly, I'm with you, but reverse. I think Orton is gonna win, but I would love to. Wait, you said Hardy was gonna win, so I guess I'm with you on that. I think Randy Orton is gonna win, but I want Jeff to win.
Very good. All right, so that would put in my predictions Bobby Lashley, Jeff Hardy in the finals, and I'm going Lashley.
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. It looks like they're trying to push him. This would be a good little thing to give him that nudge to win the World Cup.
But in the end, who will Bobby Lashley face in the finals, do you think?
If you go my route of babyface versus heel, it's Jeff Hardy. If you go what I think makes more sense, it's Randy Orton.
True. And if we went with my bracket predictions, we would have Rey Mysterio versus Miz. I said Miz, right?
Well, we saw that on SmackDown last week. I don't know that that's something that they're going to throw into the final.
I'm not saying
that SmackDown, so that wouldn't be the final if they go Raw versus SmackDown for a final.
No, I'm not saying that for final. I'm saying that for round 2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So for round 2, it would probably be Rey Mysterio versus The Miz, and again, I want to see Mysterio win, but I think Miz will win that one. And that leaves. Wait, where did it leave Orton? I said Orton was gonna win.
Yeah, they can change it to Mysterio.
Did I really?
Yeah.
All right, so never mind. We're gonna have
round
Randy
1
Orton.
is Mysterio.
So round 1, I said The Miz is gonna win. No, I said
You say Miz beats Hardy.
Miz will beat Hardy.
You're the absolute opposite of what I'm thinking.
All right, so it'll be Hardy. It'll be Hardy versus Mysterio, which I think will be a good match. I honestly, if that does happen, I would not be that upset in seeing a Jeff Hardy versus Rey Mysterio match, in which I honestly think Mysterio will pull out that win.
I hope you're right, because that would be a fun match to watch. Jeff Hardy versus Rey Mysterio.
Already nice to see.
That'd be fun to watch. All right. So John Cena pulled out. Somebody else pulled out as well. That would be Daniel Bryan for the same reasons. So they took that match and put it on SmackDown this week.
Yeah, basically Daniel Bryan is in the same boat as John Cena, where he just doesn't want to deal with the Saudi Arabia tension. So he pulled out, and who takes his place? Samoa Joe.
What Joe? So once again, we go back to the feud, and it makes sense. If you have to plug somebody in, you go with the last person who was around, and it's still fresh, that feud between he and AJ Styles. Who wins?
Honestly, I'm going to go with AJ Styles, only because he won the last, 7?
It would seem that way. I mean, WWE likes to throw it at you. He lost. Then all of a sudden, Joe wins. It really depends if they want to continue on with something new. Well, they would have to proceed with another couple of months of Joe, AJ, if Joe wins. Because now AJ's got the rematches and all that. And we're going to see a lot of the same stuff that we've been seeing, which was compelling stuff. It was a lot of fun to watch. But I'm with you. I'm going to go with AJ Styles, and they may push forward with somebody else to feud with AJ.
I honestly hope that they resume with the whole Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles feud. That was every time they put on a match, it was awesome.
I don't think they're going to. Daniel Bryan, while popular, doesn't have the kind of clout that a John Cena has. So when John Cena refuses to go somewhere, oh well, it is what it is. Daniel Bryan, he's in storylines. He's in the thick of things, and I think he's probably going to be punished for this.
I hope you're wrong. I really hope you're wrong, but I think you're right.
It sucks when that happens, doesn't it?
I don't want you to be right, but I think you are going to be right.
DX takes on the Brothers of Destruction. Welcome to 1998. I don't know. I'm thinking false finish of some sort. I don't know if there's going to be a clean-cut winner in this matchup. I think something's going to set up another match, which will eventually lead to Undertaker Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 35.
I hope that happens. What also I hope it happens is that it's better than Triple H and Undertaker at Greatest Royal Rumble.
Now, that remains to be seen. We don't know exactly what kind of wrestling condition Shawn Michaels is in. It has been 8.5 years, though, albeit he has been at NXT for a while now in the ring, training the young guys and gals. So we'll see. We'll see.
Honestly, it's going to be hard, and it will be surprising, but I honestly think DX is going to come out the win.
Very good. All right. And finally, last matchup, we have the Universal Championship. Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar.
I hope Brock Lesnar. I hope Braun Strowman destroys Brock Lesnar. I do not want to see another Brock Lesnar Universal title reign.
I think after Roman Reigns had to pull out, of course, and made it a single match, I think having Braun Strowman, like you just said, destroy Brock Lesnar, because you need the big babyface again. So they made the babyface turn for Braun Strowman. And seeing him destroy a Brock Lesnar really, really legitimizes his push. Put the belt on him for a bit, give him a chance. I'm with you. Braun Strowman, new Universal Champion tomorrow morning.
Thank you. All right.
All right, that's it. That's our predictions.
The only one who doesn't want to see another Brock Lesnar Universal title run.
I do not want to see that. I'm okay watching him go after it with Paul Heyman being his mouthpiece, but I don't want to see that title on him.
Paul Heyman is way better than Leo Rush.
I can hear him now. Lesnar.
Oh.
You keep that in your head the rest of the day, bud. Okay?
I don't want to. No, thank you.
All right. Well, there it is. Crown Jewel coming to you live on the WWE Network tomorrow afternoon, morning, wherever you live. Noontime on the East Coast, 11 Central. And those are our predictions. We'll see what happens.
We'll see you next time on Bell Tap Wrestling.
Bye-bye.